US skilled freelancers are estimated to have earned $234 billion in 2020. That's according to Fiverr's Freelance Economic Impact Report. $234 billion in the United States alone. $234 billion. Wow. I really should be making more money on Fiverr. You know what? I'm gonna go make some more money on it. But for real, on May 19th, Fiverr released its fourth version of this Freelance Impact Report. It's a study that identifies and profiles the largest markets in the United States for skilled freelance workers. I honestly think it's pretty cool that they do stuff like this. It gives an interesting look into how many people are freelancing, how much money's being exchanged through freelancing, and generally the overall strength and health of the gig economy, which we're all a part of. I like it. Good work, Fiverr. Keep doing it. In that report, after reviewing over 20 million tax returns, it was identified that in the United States alone, there are over 6 million freelancers. And the total estimated revenue of those 6 million freelancers was over $230 billion, billion with a B, in 2020 alone. It's just too bad that this type of study was only done in the US. I know a lot of you are actually located in countries that are not the US. Me too, I'm located in Canada. So for all of us freelancers who aren't American, give a big fat thumbs up to the video. We love you all. And cheers to you US freelancers. We love you all too. So I skimmed through the press release and there were a couple really cool freelancer related statistics that I wanted to share for you all in this video. The one that I loved most was this one. Freelancing provides freedom and flexibility for work and where skilled independents live. It went on to say that 79% of the independents surveyed felt that freelancing allowed them to live where they want and work where and when they want. And that's pretty awesome because that's pretty much what freelancing is all about, to give you that flexibility to do what you need to do to survive and to do it where you want to do it. And I really love that the statistics show that this is how a lot of people feel. I feel like it's a sign that freelancing has a bright future ahead. Another really relevant and timely piece of information that was revealed in the report was this one, that freelancing offers a viable source of income during a time of high unemployment. What time in recent history other than this past year could this be more relevant, right? 59% of the skilled independents surveyed said that their revenue in 2020 was either the same or greater than in 2019. And 80% said they expect to make the same or even more in 2021 than they did in 2020. So this one in particular tells me something that I've been pondering for a while. And that thing is that absolutely everybody needs to figure out something they are good enough at that they can use to turn that into some sort of a side hustle, whether it's something they're actively pursuing or just setting themselves up so that in times like the times we're going through right now, you can turn it on and use it to create a source of income in times of need. Over the last year or so, I've had multiple friends who have been out of work for 6 months or longer. That's 6 months or more with no paycheck. And I can tell you, in those 6 months, they still had all their same expenses. I can only imagine how scary and anxious and just stressful times like that would be. Having a freelance business set up or a side hustle would probably take a lot of the bite out of what it would be like to go through a time like that. And I can only imagine that someone who strictly relies on their 9 to 5 to pay all their bills and survive, when that suddenly gets taken away from you, they're probably left with a, what do I do now type of feeling. That's scary. If you have a freelance business or a side hustle set up already, I'm sure that situation and that period of figuring things out is a lot shorter. And based on statistics like these ones, it shows that a lot more people feel like it's a viable option, a viable source of income. And that's awesome because it can definitely be helpful in times of distress. And it shows that it's becoming less taboo, that more people are being open to things like freelancing. And the last really cool thing that it mentioned that also kind of made me a little jealous was that warm weather markets have really been heating up, because that's where a lot of freelancers are deciding to move to. With freelancing being, something where you really only need an internet connection and a computer a lot of the time, people are moving to hot places with low expenses so that they can enjoy great weather year round and work remotely from paradise, essentially. Living in Canada, I can tell you that that's not what it's like up here, but who knows? Some of the places on this list have been on my radar for potential places if I were to pick up and move to, a freelancer's paradise. Great example of someone who's done this is Alex Fasulo. I featured her on the channel recently. She's living in Florida. She puts up videos of her house. It looks awesome. She's basically living the dream down there, and a lot of other freelancers are doing that, and it shows in this freelance economic impact report. So if I were to sum up this report and all the things I liked about it into one short statement, is that it continues to validate freelancing, Fiverr, side hustles, and the gig economy that, all of us are working to create. For the longest time, having a side hustle or freelancing just wasn't seen as a real job. It was seen as taboo. If you didn't have a 9-to-5, nobody really cared, and people thought that you were just kind of doing something for fun. But more and more, the world we live in and the world we work in is changing. It seems that freelancing is continuing to become a viable option for ways to make money, pay your bills, and live a happy and fulfilled life from wherever. Based on this report, people are living everywhere. Florida, Miami, Nevada, Las Vegas. There's so many hot and beautiful places that people are moving to that is being made possible by freelancing. So it's really an awesome thing. Really happy that Fiverr put out this report. And if you're someone who's looking to get started or you've already started, hope this video was helpful. And until next time, cheers.